Hello there everyone and welcome to another episode of Revv Evolution. And in this episode we have an executive saloon filled with luxury, style, comfort and of course tons of technology. Before we dive into the deep end with the full review of the Audi A8L, let me tell you some quick facts about this executive saloon. First of all, it is the very first world's production car which comes with conditionally automated driving. We're talking about level 3 automation, which I'll tell you more about in the review. Also, it comes with an electrical drivetrain as standard. And with most vehicles, which comes with a 12-volt electrical system, this boy comes with a 48-volt electrical system.
Okay, let's have a quick look at the exterior of the Audi A8L. The front profile sports a broad, upright single-frame grille with a flowing and muscular body design, and the rear, with its full-length light strip, radiate a powerful presence on the road. The body is made up of 58% aluminium parts. And the A8L's headlights include DRLs and include HD matrix LEDs with dynamic indicators. With this setup, Audi ensures the lights have an even longer throw than your standard vehicle. The A8L stretches at 5.1 meters, which boils down to more interior legroom for the driver and passengers. And let's not forget, a bigger boot as well. Alright, we've taken you on the walkabout of the exterior of the Audi A8L, and now we are inside the car itself. Okay, and really this is where there's just so much to cover, and I'll do my best to give you as much information about this executive saloon. Alright, being behind the driver's seat, or the minute you step into the car, first of all you notice that Audi has decided to go with the reduced factor, form factor of the car. There's nice, very nice clean lines, and as in previous variants you see a lot of buttons and knobs, but you'll not see this in the Audi A8L. Alright, it's nice and clean. Even the AC vents are hidden till the car is brought to life. Alright, so that's something that you'll notice the minute you step into the car itself. Okay, and in terms of displays, Audi has now have included in two displays, touch displays to be exact. We have a 10.1 inch touchscreen display and also an 8.6 inch screen, which will kind of show you a close-up real soon. And what it does is it gives you all the information you need about the car in terms of its settings, the AC. You can actually control everything through these two screens. All right, and being, like I said, it is an executive saloon, so it actually gives you control of not only the front seat but the rear seat as well. And with the virtual cockpit, things like your mapping, your navigation, everything is also being controlled via this amazing two new screens. So the whole command center I would say is actually you being the driver, being in command of this whole new system. And also more information as I jump into the back seat. And being in the backseat of the Audi A8L, I'm just going to show you some of the creature comforts that this executive saloon actually affords you. One of the optional items that you can also buy in the Audi A8L is the the tablets, all right, for both passengers. Okay, so this is basically it. And what these tablets allow you to do is control functions like your TV, your entertainment system. It gives you an idea about the map, and that's basically about it. Also, you can actually surf the internet as well. So if being in the backseat, you've got nothing much to do, this tablet allows you some really fun entertainment. Alright, so what happens is when you pull down the armrest, not only is this an armrest, but it actually has more controls for you as a backseat passenger. Okay, so once you pop open the armrest, not only do you get additional seat controls, you also have this really cool looking tablet. All right, and so what this tablet actually does for you, it allows you to control certain functionalities within the car itself. Not only the seats, but also lighting as well. Okay, so we have the matrix lights, which is actually your reading lights, which you're also able to control with this tablet. And not only that, we have things like also your blinds in the car. So I'm just going to show you a quick idea about how the blinds actually work. Alright, so right now I got all the blinds, and including the sunroof being closed for additional privacy. You might be having a little meeting and you don't want people to find out about. Well, you can actually close all the blinds with this device. Okay, and bring it down again is as simple as by touching a button. So really being the passenger gives you so much control with all these little toys that you get in the Audi A8L. Hey folks, it's now time for the in-car review. Okay, if you just joined us on the Revv Evolution, well, this is actually the part where I tell you a bit more about how the car handles, you know, and all the other stuff that comes along with this car. Okay, but real quickly, if you're not sure, you're thinking, okay, what car is this, by the way? Well, this is the all-new Audi A8L, okay, 3-liter V6. Okay, that's kind of give you a bit brief information about the car itself. So as I mentioned, this is going to be a slightly different in-car review because, to be honest, being an executive saloon, I've really covered as much information as I can about how the car looks, the interior, and all the other creature comforts that you get out of this car. Alright, so I'm not going to try to give you more information, but I'm just going to touch on 3 points, kind of elaborate more about what this car is all about. Alright, so at the beginning of the show I mentioned that the A8 is equipped with mild hybrid technology. And you're probably scratching your head going, mild hybrid technology. You've heard of hybrids, you've heard of plug-in hybrids. So what is mild hybrid technology? A8 is equipped with an electric motor. And what this motor actually does, it helps the Audi run during low speeds, powers the car, helps you save energy basically. Alright, so it's not, the fuel is not kicking in, but it's actually run by this motor. And so this mild hybrid motor that we have on this car really helps the car kind of get along during low speeds. That being covered. Next point, which I think is one of the most relevant points about the Audi A8, which is also another thing which I mentioned, is that the Audi A8 is the very first production vehicle with autonomy, conditional autonomy. And then again, you're probably asking, so what's and you're probably asking me, so what is conditional autonomy? In terms of autonomous driving, there are basically 5 levels. It starts from 0 and it goes all the way to 5. All right. So the Audi A8 is actually equipped with level 3 autonomy, and I'm quickly going to run through the different levels. So if you're not familiar with autonomous driving, this will definitely give you that idea about what autonomous driving is all about. 0 basically means no autonomy, means it's all you, man. You're the one handling the pedals, the accelerator, everything. It's all you. All right, then it goes from level 1 to level 2. Level 1 is basically like the very initial stage of autonomy. Then there's 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 is where you get the whole difference about autonomous driving comes in. You get your cruise control and other controls of the car, and then it goes from level 3 and 4. It's now left with the car to handle certain functions, things like your throttle response, active cruise control, your lane assist, all this coming in, and it works in the sense that it's half the driver, half of the car is actually handling the jobs of driving. Level 5 is full autonomous, which means you can actually have a cup of coffee and drive. Alright, so but that being said, the Audi A8, this present model that we have in Singapore, even though it has the conditional autonomous driving which I mentioned about, it has not been enabled due to legislation which it's still been worked out by a lot, not only by Singapore but other governments as well. Okay, so once that comes in, this car will be ready to handle tasks like lane assist, things like your traffic jam pilot. Okay, and even the parking assistant, right? So this all functions which will be left to the car to take over. If you're driving an expressway, all you need to do is engage traffic jam pilot, and it'll handle your throttle response, it'll handle your steering, because there's basically so many sensors around this car. We've got besides the lidar, okay, there's like cameras, the sensors all over the car detecting everything. Okay, whether it's on your blind spot, everything is being monitored by the car to really make the driving experience safe. But that being said, even presently in this model right now, we do have active cruise control and also lane assist, which you can. These are 2 functions which you can enable, which you can actually enable while you're driving. Okay, and I've actually showed you. If you watched the video, I've actually showed you how you can actually engage it. Really simple. Once I engage lane assist and active cruise control, punch in a number, example 60 kilometers per hour, and then also activate lane assist. And what happens is, using all the sensors that is enabled in this car, the car will actually maintain itself by being inside the lane and going at the specified speed which I mentioned. Alright, so there you go, autonomous driving, different levels, as I told you, from 0 to 5. So now be more aware about where the Audi A8 sits in the whole scale of autonomous driving. Okay, and I think that's about it, man, folks. I really want to go too much about the rest of the car because we basically covered it during the rest of the review. All right, so if you have any questions regarding the Audi R8, please do. The Audi A8. Okay, that's coming as well. Kind of drop us a line, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. In the meantime, this is Renee signing off. Still enjoying the Audi A8 here in Singapore. Till we catch you again. Ciao.
All right, folks, time to wrap up our drive experience with the all-new Audi A8L. Being an executive saloon, it is really going to appeal to the businessman, the professional, or the guy who really just wants to sit in the back seat with all that comfort, luxury, and technology. And you've seen it for yourself. I mean, with the tablet, and which allows you so much control in terms of the multimedia system, the aircon, and everything else. It really is a car that you are going to enjoy. It's time to talk pricing and how much is it going to cost to drive the Audi A8L right here in Singapore. It's going to cost you $437,479 inclusive of COE with an annual road tax of $4,700. We want to say a big Revv Evolution thank you to our friends over at Audi Singapore for allowing us to have the Audi A8L for our presentation. Find out more about Revv Evolution and all of the lifestyle, motoring and cultural videos we have done. Check out our YouTube channel. And of course, don't forget our social media platforms as well.